I'm Master Trainer Van Ram for the Mixed Martial Art program and the Professional Kickboxing program. And this is my assistant Keith, and we're going to show you the elbow techniques where you can apply using your stances, all different stances. You want to check more about stances? Go to our previous videos. Now, elbows and the contact point. Here we go. Let us start with the basic idea of the elbow. Elbows are done in a closed fashion. This is open and this is closed. So it's done in a closed fashion where your fist is closest to your deltoid, so your shoulder. And you're going to do a big swing. Now when you swing, you're not supposed to open. Many people make this mistake where they open they spread out their forearm away from their bicep. So forearm will be locked to your bicep. Hand or wrist will be closer in a straight line. Do not bend. Alright, do not make any bending, but it will be in a straight vertical plane. Parallel to your shoulder, okay, or your deltoid. Now, once you have this position locked in, it has to be locked in from the furthest point. Your range of motion is going to give you your great execution. Range of motion is going to give you a great execution. So locked it by your forearm bicep, followed by straightening your wrist and your deltoids in parallel. Now you have this lock. You are close to your opponent in this technique. It has to be close to your opponent. And you're going to perform a swing. You can perform an overhead swing down. You can perform a middle swing to the side. You can perform a down bottom up swing, like an uppercut swing. Right. There are many versions of this. But we're going to start with the basic one, the side swing. The side elbow. Side inward elbow. This is an inward technique. We also have the outward elbow. Alright. We're going to start with the inward elbow from the side. Here we go. Alright. Assistant Keith is going to place himself in that position where he feels comfortable, most comfortable. And a good position to feel comfortable is to be in southpaw position if you're using your left hand, or orthodox position if you're using it right, for the purpose of balance. Alright, so Keith should decide which position he feels most comfortable in. Alright, once we have established that, Keith is going to perform his technique on the pad. Are we ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do the opposite side as well. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's very important to hit one precise point and expand on that same point over and over again. And the point would be, Keith, you're going to have Keith's elbow. So once again, bicep will be locked with your forearm. This will not break free at any point in time for the elbow technique, inward elbow technique, or outward elbow, similarly. Okay. This point will be locked. Your shoulder and your wrist, your hand, okay, your palm of your hand, is going to be in a parallel position. They're going to be parallel to each other. Alright. So once you establish technique, now you need to start with a range, a starting point and an end point. So his starting point will be from his side, of course from the guard. It will be best to be from the guard. Opening. Okay. Fist is almost at his eye position. And from this, you're going to swing and twist your arm and your shoulder. At the same time, your hip and your knee, followed by your feet. Pivot all together until you complete the motion, half your body. Your body is going to be in one straight 180 degree position. From one side to the opposite side. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take a look. And 1. Full motion, 2, and 3, and 4. Now, balance is very important, so keep your balance, and if you need it be a longer stance. This is the arrow or forward stance. And what we're going to do is we can use the orthodox stance, which is slightly smaller, but it's going to be slightly off balance sometimes when you do it with great impact weight force. Right? This technique, you don't need strength, so much of it. You need more of a swing. And make sure you have your hand locked. Okay? The contact point, there is 2 areas, 2 extreme ends. Okay? One of it, when you hit that area, it is called the funny bone, and it will create a numbing effect throughout the whole hand. That area you want to avoid. In fact, we go to the other tip of the elbow, the other tip. So this would be a funny bone, this would be the contact point, and you want to execute with the sharpest point. Just like a needle to a balloon, which is a bigger surface, a sharp point and fast going through balloon will burst the balloon. That's what effect you want to create. So as you can see, he's performing technique, and he shall perform it on the pad one more time for everyone to see. And here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Excellent. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and more swing, 7, and 8. That's good. This has been the inward elbow. Now there are many versions of the elbow technique, so Keith will be demonstrating very quickly some of them. We're going to do the upper, we're going to do the side, and we're going to do the up, upper, and down. From up to down, and back as well, back elbow. We have the back elbow, we get the back elbow, or outer elbow from the side. Okay. We have the few versions. Keith is going to demonstrate as many versions as we can. And ready? Here we go. And so we have seen these few techniques. So just to clarify, we have the uppercut or the upper elbow, yes, and we have the middle inward. We have the upper slasher. We have the uppercut elbow, which we have done that, and we have the outer elbow. We have the outer upper, and we have the back elbow. These are the few elbows that you want to use, and they are very, very effective. Now, if we have this technique, we definitely do have this technique, and this one is hidden. Not many of us use this technique. This is the overhead elbow, or they can come it from either way. The key one to demonstrate. So this is one. You are normally smashing the head from this. You're smashing the skull, and you're going to go overhead, smash down. Okay, there's another version of it. Keep it on the street. Okay. The second version gives you more range. So we have covered the inward elbow, and that was our objective. We have shown you some variations of that. So keep the technique, and this has been the Mixed Martial Art Program by Maximum Wellness and Professional Kickboxing. I'm Master Trainer Van Ram. This is Assistant Keith. Stay tuned for more.